So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Base44, which is an AI app builder that can build a variety of different software platforms for you. And you don't need to know how to code. There's no technical experience required. And you can essentially build anything that you can put your mind to. Now, it's 2025, and we've seen a lot of advancements in AI and vibe coding and the ability to build software without needing to know the technicals of it. And that's what Base44 has allowed us to do. And so I want to walk you through this and show you exactly how to use it, how to optimize it, creating the best prompts for getting the results that you're looking for, whether you're attempting to build software that you can, bundle and sell to consumers, or maybe you just want to build software for yourself, for your own business, or you might want to build something more simple, like a website that looks clean, that you can add a calculator to, or some other things that you don't really find on traditional website builders. Then this is the platform for you. So what I'm going to do in this video is walk you through an example product. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a DocuSign competitor. Now, DocuSign is a multi-billion-dollar company. They've spent a lot of time coding, but with Base44, we don't need to know how to do that. And so what we're going to do, we're going to get started here. So you can go to santrailmedia.com/base44. I'll leave a link to it down below, as well as any discount codes that we can get for you guys as we walk you through this tutorial here. Okay, so go ahead and check that out. You can go to that link and you can kind of follow along here. And there's some really important prompts that we need to make sure that we nail. So all we have to do here is just talk to the platform, talk to the AI, and it will help us to build exactly what we're looking for. And what stands out with Base44 is that they have the backend functionality built into it. So, not to get too technical here, because I assume that most of the viewers here don't have experience with coding, but when you are building software or you're even building a website, there's a lot of backend things that need to be done with authentication, with the ability for people to create accounts, authorization. So there's a lot of things that you'll need to do, but Base44 bundles it all together and just makes it very easy for you. And this is what sets them apart from some of their competitors like Lovable or some of the other ones as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a prompt here to have Base44 build out our MVP, our minimum of viable product. And so the importance here is that we really want to nail the first prompt, because I've seen people type in like just one sentence of saying like, build me a DocuSign competitor, and it doesn't come out to be what they want. So you have to give it a lot of details in the first prompt of what you're looking for. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have ChatGPT actually help us make a prompt, because AI just tends to make better prompts for us. So let me go over there. Okay, so I had ChatGPT help us to create a prompt for Base44, and this is going to go over the specifics of the core features that I'm looking for, the differentiators that I'm looking for, the deliverables of what I'm expecting Base44 to create. And so I'm just going to copy this here, and I can add on to it as well. Maybe I want to tell them the specific color schemes. Maybe I want, something that is blue and white or purple and white as my color scheme. But once I figure out my prompt properly, then all I have to do is click this button right here, and Base44 will begin to create this for me. So let me just sign in here. Okay, and now it's building our app for us. It's building this DocuSign competitor, and this could take a couple of minutes just because it's doing a lot of coding. It's actually coding for us, which is incredible, because in the past, if you wanted to build any piece of software or even a website, you would have to pay a developer tens of thousands or sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get a product that we can now make in 10 minutes. So it's really incredible having that ability to do that. So it's working on this right now. It's thinking about how to optimize this for mobile as well, how to deal with things like, signature interface, building out those signature workflows. There's a lot that goes into this that Base44 is doing for us right now. All right, and it looks like it's loading now, and they found an error, but it will fix that automatically. It looks like it has finally created the first draft for SantrailSign. So let's take a look at it and let's see how it looks. So we're in the preview version right now. And so this is the initial dashboard that it has created for us. And so what we can do, we can see it on desktop, or we can even switch to mobile view as well and see what we want to change with it. So it looks like, right here, maybe we want to change that it's not perfectly set for mobile. So we'll have to tell it to fix that for us. Let's go back to desktop here, and we can attempt to start testing it out. And maybe we want to change something as simple as like the color scheme. Maybe, actually, let's do a purple color scheme. Okay, so it's changed that color scheme to purple for us. That was easy enough. We just and told it what to do. And so here we go. It made a full page for us that prompts people to upgrade to DocuSign Pro. And it looks pretty good. I mean, I like how this looks, and they even priced it properly. And so that's really great to see. We have the free plan, we have the pro plan. These are the things that you get with the pro plan: unlimited documents, custom branding, API access. So this looks pretty great. And now let's see how this button takes us here. If we click on upgrade now, and this is where we need to integrate our Stripe account. So what you're going to do here, if you want to collect payments, is you're going to go over to Stripe and you're going to set up an account, and then you're going to give it the specific access code, and you can just give it to Base44, and then it will integrate that for you, and you'll have the ability to collect payments, and you can test it out yourself, make sure that it works. And so yeah, those are the basics of how to use this platform. What I want to show you here is some of the pricing on the platform. So I find it to be very affordable. They have a free option, which is great because it allows you to check it out, create an account, and just play around with it and see if it's even capable of building what you are looking for. Hint, it probably is. It's really great. But with the free plan, you're getting 25 message credits per month. So every time you talk back and forth with the AI and you're prompting it to change something, that's going to count as a credit. Okay. And so going back and forth talking to the AI, that is kind of how they bill you. That's how they judge how much you're going to pay for this platform. So I think a lot of people can get away with the starter plan, which is 100 message credits per month for your platform. And at $16 a month, I mean, this is cheaper than most website builders, which is pretty incredible. So, and you can go all the way up to the elite plan at $160 a month, but you probably don't need that right off the bat. You can just start out with either the free plan or the starter plan when you're building out your product. So overall, very affordable, probably some of the best pricing that I've seen for one of these AI software builders. Let me show you some of the settings here. So if we click on in the bottom left corner, we can click on settings, and we can actually change the AI model as well. So if we wanted to use GPT-5 or Claude Sonnet or Gemini, we can have that changed up as we would like if there's one that we prefer. And if we look at AI controls as well, we have the ability to have it freeze different files as well if you just kind of want to get into the details there. Now I want to check the upload document ability and see if it actually works, because sometimes these AI software builders will build something for you, but it's broken, and so you need to verify all of this. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let me just upload a file here and see if we have the ability to upload it, and then the ability to sign it or send a link to someone else to complete the signing. So let me do that now. I'm going to choose a file. Okay, so I've attached a file. I'm going to click upload document, and the document has been uploaded, and it shows up right here in the files, and I can click on draft and I can make sure that I can actually view it, right? So let me do that. And now we can see where something is broken, right? So if we click on view, it doesn't pop up. If we click on edit, it doesn't pop up, and same for send for signature. So I'm just going to tell it, look, these buttons aren't working. How do we fix this? So I told it when I click view, edit, or send for signature, the buttons don't seem to work. So let's see what its response is. It should fix that for us relatively quickly. And it'll talk to us and tell us what the problem was and how they're going to fix it. Now you'll also notice two options down here. We have visual edit and we have discuss. So the visual edit feature allows you, if you click on this, now you can go over specifics on what you want it to change. Maybe there's something really specific about this button and you want to be very clear on what you're looking for it to change. So you could click on this with the visual edit and it will know what you're talking about. Just because sometimes you'll say, can you change this button? And it might not know which button you're talking about. So that helps kind of clear the air for Base44 to work on the specific problem or feature that you are looking for. And the discuss feature here is if you're looking for advice or ideas, you can talk back and forth with it to get better ideas of things that you can do to make your product better. And so let's go back here, and we talked to it about how when we click on view, edit, or send for signature, that there were problems with it. And so it acknowledged that, there were problems. The buttons weren't wired up properly. And so they had to implement some functionality to make sure that it actually works. And this is where you have to catch it. And this is why I can't build it from scratch without your assistance. The AI still needs some direction and some help when finding things that are broken. Now, if at any time you make a mistake and you tell it to do the wrong thing or you don't like what it did, you can always go into your version history and you can go back to other versions of the product that's been being built out for you. And you can go back to that version and start from there again. So sometimes it'll happen where you'll be talking back and forth for a while. You'll realize that it's not what you want, and you can just go back to the first prompt and have it, restart it and work from scratch again. I also want to show you how to publish this and get it live. And so if you go to the upper right corner, we can click on publish. And then what I would recommend doing is a security scan as well. So we can have this scan for security, make sure that all of our bases are covered, because I've seen people launch apps and then they'll get hacked instantly, or they'll have data leaks because it's not bulletproof. So you want to make sure that you have your security and you take it very seriously. Luckily, Base44 will help you with that, and they'll find those security potential issues there. And so we can apply fixes there to make sure that all users don't have full access, because that could be a bit of a problem. And so once we have that, and it's still working in the meantime on building out our pages here. So let's go back to preview. And so we now have the dashboard, we have the documents, we have templates, and we have recipients page. All right, now one other thing that is going to be important is the ability to accept payments for your app that you're creating, okay? And so they've already kind of built a little bit of it for us here for the ability to upgrade to Pro. And you can set all of the parameters on what constitutes the need for upgrading to the Pro version of the app or software that you're building. So maybe, for example, we want it to be after the third document that gets sent out and signed, then we'll prompt you with the ability to upgrade to Pro. So let's click on this and see if it looks like it's a dead button right now. So let's tell it to make an upgrade to Pro page that will integrate with Stripe, and you'll be able to connect Stripe. You'll have to set up a Stripe account, and then you can connect that to your Base44 software so that it can basically set up payments and the ability for you to make money with this.